Welcome to the next room. Yeah. Welcome to the next row. From the field on my way to the next row. Welcome to the next row.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the #1 show in the world. Yeah, I know you're laughing because a lot of y'all don't think this is the #1 show in the world, but it's okay. I'm your host, Vernon Davis, and today we have an unbelievable guest. Y'all are always talking about the running back position, but one position you don't talk about is the fullback position. It's one of the most underrated positions in football. But let me tell you, they do all the work. The reason the running back's able to score and put up all the numbers they put up is because of the fullback. Please welcome my teammate, my brother, Moran Norris.
Hey, what's going on, BD? What's up,
Moran,
baby?
what's up, man? I hope
Hey,
you like that
hey,
intro, man.
hey, what's up? I love it. You popped it up. You popped some air in my tires.
Hey, look, man. Hey, it's only one. It's only one way. What's going on with you, Mo? What's going on today, bro?
No, man, just chilling, man. Just, birthday tomorrow, just living life, Yeah, just chilling,
No,
not much going.
that's what's up. That's what's up. You live to see another day. I love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. So I just been chilling, man. Just daughter running track and, doing what she do. And yeah, that's it.
Hey, Mo, first I want to say thank you, man, for coming on to the platform. I wanted to get you on here. I knew you probably sitting back like, man, I want to talk to my brother. I want to talk to my brother. We always talk off the record, but we want to talk on the record right now. And I want to talk about the position you played. I want to start off talking about that because, like I said before in the intro, a lot of people always talking about Frank Gore, Adrian Peterson, and all these guys who put up all these numbers, but they don't talk about you and the rest of the fullbacks. Like,
Yeah.
what was it like playing that position, man?
Man, to be honest with you, Vernon, playing fullback, you gotta have the mentality to it's a position where you can't be selfish, You gotta be unselfish because you don't get it's just you live through the running back. When the running back get 100 yards, that satisfies you. For my situation, that satisfies me. If I ain't get 100 yards or 200 yards, I'm happy. Um, you gotta have the mentality like, hey, we got to go blow this wall up. We got to go knock this concrete wall down. We got to keep chipping at it and get through there. And that's what it's going to take. So if you don't have that mentality, then you're not a true fullback.
Yeah, yeah. And fullback, you went up you went up against some of the greatest linebackers of all time, from Ray Lewis on down. I mean, I can keep going. Ray Lewis.
Yeah, man. But Vernon, we have the best linebackers on our team.
I know Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis, Navarro, Alden Smith, R.I.P. Alden Smith,
But I'm talking about
Bob Brooks.
when the fireworks went up, the
Yeah,
curtain rose,
yeah,
people came into the stadiums.
yeah.
Like,
Hey, listen,
best.
I love them games. We play the big time linebacker. We lighting the match. We coming down here. We coming down here. We hitting you in your mouth like Jimmy Reyes say.
Who,
Smell us.
in your opinion, who was the best linebacker you went up against?
When I was younger, it was Takeo Spikes. When I
Mhm.
was younger, he was older than me. We had a little fight on the field. I was playing with the Texans. He was playing with the Buffalo Bills. But as I got older, it probably was I don't know. When I got older, when I started learning the game about Bishop Harris, my running back coach, like, yeah, I ain't had no linebacker then. Nobody really. You know what I'm saying? But when I was younger, it was Takeo Spikes. But after Takeo Spikes came to our team, and when he got with our team, he been playing for a while, and I've been playing for a while. We was practicing against each other. It was just like, it was cool. It was buddy buddy. Like we didn't really have to go at it like that.
Mhm.
But As I got older, I ain't really see nobody.
Mm.
Didn't. I ain't see nobody. I mean, I know Ray Lewis had a big name, but like, I mean, whatever. He was just Ray Lewis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what was one of the things you talk about Takeo Spikes? What was when you talk about linebackers, they're probably not gonna talk about Takeo Spikes. A lot of people know who he is. He put up
Yeah.
he put the
You
work.
know,
But what was it about Takeo Spikes that made him good?
man, Takeo had the dog in him, man. We just built a life, man. He had dog in him. He wasn't quick. And he'd come down here and hit you in your mouth and you playing high, you know. That's the thing about Takeo. He was old school linebacker. I was old school fullback. So he'd come down here and bust you in your mouth, you know. And I respect that, and we kind of got the respect for each other. And so we like best of friends today.
Yeah, and I can attest to that because I was on the team with you. I was on the team with Takeo, and I saw what he brought to the practice. Not only to the practice, but standing on the sideline and watch him play in the game.
Yeah,
This dude,
yeah.
this dude don't get the respect he deserves, but he's it. He's one of those.
No, he don't get
You know
enough
what I'm saying?
respect. Yeah, he
Yeah,
don't get enough respect. Yeah, he you see his neck by here to there.
man, that
He got a
man got
big neck.
the biggest neck I've ever seen in my life. That man neck
Yeah, man.
is his head, bro. Like his neck
Yeah.
is out here like this.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah. So Wakil was the hardest linebacker coming up. When I came up, I think that was like my second, third year. That was like his fifth or sixth year, coming up. But then when we got on the team with each other, it was like we was older. We knew how to practice. I knew how to practice. We knew how to practice. It wasn't nothing, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just kind of cordial.
Yeah, no, I get it. And speaking of linebackers, Mo, we just lost one of our former teammates, Alden Smith.
Yeah, man. I got a picture I took with Alden last year. He was at a NFL event here in Houston. And yeah, it was touching, man. I had a moment yesterday because, just thinking about him and talking to Frank, talking to you, and just touching, just bringing back memories, like, yeah, it get kind of touchy. And I'm like, man, like,
Yeah, you have any
yeah.
funny stories you can share with us about him?
Well, yeah, I have a funny story. Remember we was at practice one day. Alden was he was always like energy kid, you know what I'm saying? Always had energy. We in tour days, and he always energized, we practice against each other and whatever. I got a good play on him, right? And he's like, say, I'll be back. I'll be back. I said, what you mean? He said, I'll be back. I'm gonna get my lick back. It's just kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I'll get my lick back because I got the best of him. He was like, I'll get my lick back. But I remember great things about he'd keep you going. It was number great things.
Yeah,
Hard worker. I mean, I think within the first 3 years, he had the most sacks ever history. I think so. If I'm not mistaken. I know one year he had 19.5 sacks. Yeah, beast.
beast,
Yeah, beast.
beast. I remember I was in practice one time, Mo, and one day I just stood there. I went up against all, and I just stood there. I just put my head down. I said, I can never beat this guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I cannot. Every time I
Yeah.
go to try to block this dude, I cannot get my hands on him. I mean, he just had a way about him where he just like
Right,
was very
right.
crafty
Well,
with
Vernon, he had
his.
long arms, Vernon. His arms was long.
Oh, it wasn't just about his long arms. This dude had strength that was just out of this world. It was like his
Yeah,
lats. Like his lats
yeah,
had
right.
like something that you just wouldn't understand how strong his lats were.
Correct.
Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
correct.
It's
Yeah.
like he was a beast, man. I remember
Yeah, he
taking
was
him. I remember the first time Alden Alden and I hung out outside of the game of football. I took him to Florida. He met Vontae. He met some more of our family, and we just hung out, man. It was his first time in Florida, and this dude had the time of his life. Vontae
yeah,
couldn't believe how great of a person Alden was, because he was a great dude. A lot of people hear about the things that he went through off the field and his character and things of that nature, but they don't understand. Like, this dude is a fun guy to be around.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree. He's a great guy to be around. You know, he was young and he's excited. A lot of energy. I think of Alden like a lot of energy. He got a lot of energy. You know, he keep you going. You know, because he was younger than us, D. You know, he
Mhm.
keep us going. You know, so you know he's gonna be definitely missed. You know, just because he was a great guy. Yeah, I understand. They, you know, the internet or whatever they always surface the negative, but he was a great guy. Like, I mean, I think early that day he was passed out 10 pieces from, you know, like just from a shelter home, you know, just delivering pizza like on his own, just doing that on his own.
Mhm.
You know, he paid for it and all. He just delivered pizza. You know, that's the stuff that they don't highlight. But, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta keep him in our memory and keep moving forward, man, and, it's very unfortunate that we we continue to lose our our
Yeah.
our band of brothers that we go to war with. You know what
Yeah.
we continue to keep losing. We lost it's like we're losing them every year or every 2 years. We just losing one of them, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate, man, and, I just continue to pray and just hope that that number decreases over time.
Right, right, right.
Mo,
I agree too. Yes, sir.
as we get back into this and we continue to talk about football, if you can describe in one sentence the life of a fullback, what would it be?
One sentence is in the younger word, like in this new era, the new era, right? You
Yeah,
got
what's
to be willing
one
in the
sentence, the
new
life
era.
just
Listen,
one sentence, the life of a fullback.
okay,
It could be
okay, listen. Hear me out. Hear me out. In this new era, we're a new generation. You got to be willing to crash out. That's the best words I can describe. You got to be willing to crash out. That's what a fullback is, crashing out. Yeah, you got to be willing to lose it all or crash out. You know, you got to lay it on the line.
lay it on the line.
Yeah,
What is this in this generation, we can't lay it on the line because the rules changed. They throwing up flags left and right. The game has just changed, man. It's not the same as it used to be.
yeah. Well, yeah, they kind of like, yeah, they are kind of changing. But you know, it'll come back. It'll circle back around pretty soon. I mean, everything come back around. So it'll circle back around, you know. Fullback kind of like a dying breed, but I think Juice, you know, we call him Juice at San Francisco. He's kind of bringing it back, you know. Yeah, he went to, I think Juice probably went to 10, 11 Pro Bowls, you know. Like,
Mhm.
that's unheard of. That's awesome.
There
Kudos to him.
is there a current or former player, preferably a current player that would be a great old school fullback?
Um, a current or old player,
Yeah, current. Let's say current. Is there a current player that would be
old school fullback. Let me see. Nah, nah. I don't think it's not one in the league now.
Mhm,
Yeah, I don't think this an old school fullback. No, no, no. Because now the fullbacks now they like catching and running the football, and you know back then old school fullback just running downhill, so left, ISO right,
uh
or right, power left. You know, they weren't really catching too many balls. You know, I think my best year I probably caught like 6 balls. You know, a year.
mhm.
And Vernon, man, you used to catch. We used to do the jug machine every day, 100 catches a day. You remember that?
We did, and even
Yeah.
the thing I like about that, Mo, and I'm glad you talk about that, is because you prepared, man, you prepared, even though you wasn't you knew they wasn't gonna throw you the ball. It's a chance that they were gonna throw you the ball in the game. You were
Exactly.
prepared. You prepared like
Yeah.
getting the ball, and that's one thing the
y-
coaches always talk about. They say, "Prepare." Even though
Yeah.
the chance that this may not happen, you still want to prepare yourself like it would.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So I prepared myself and catch the ball. We do the, you know, the 100 jugs machine. You know, you came up with the drills. You know, sideways, forward. You know, you had all kind of drills. You know, because you was a catcher. That's what you do. You know, you VD 85.
I
You
was a I
know,
was a catcher, Mo, but I wasn't a natural catcher, and a lot of people I don't
no,
think
no, no, no.
think
But you weren't a natural catcher, but you developed to be a better catcher as you progressed. You know, as you got older.
Mhm.
Yeah, I witnessed. I saw you when you came in the league, Vernon. So yeah, you weren't a natural catcher initially, but you became a natural catcher.
Yeah, I know you
And
saw
that's
me
why
when you
you
came in the league because I remember one day we were out and you broke the door in my face. I was trying to get up in this club. And you went right in. I was like, yeah, I was like, hey Mo, what up, boy? What up, baby? Right there, man. Act like you didn't even know me, man.
Nah, you was a little rookie, man. I'm like, man, you a little rookie first round, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, who this little hothead, man? I ain't know. But you were actually a cool dude, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
I think I pulled I think I pulled up in the Lambo that day, B.
hilarious, man. It's just the evolution of how these veteran players treat the younger players, man, is interesting. I know today it's not the same as it used to be because it every year and every generation just gets it's just different. You know, it's just a different thing. And
Different.
speaking of generations, man, how do you feel about the NFL eliminating the fullback position?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think it'll come back, you know, because everything kind of circled back around, you know. Just think for, you know, you know, now bell bottoms is in style now, big clothes and stuff. That's in style now. You know, that it kind of circled back around. The one while it was skinny jeans and skinny coats. That ain't really as ain't as popular now. Like bell bottoms and stuff. So yeah, like it's the same thing. Fullbacks come back around. The running game, because the running game is kind of like a dying breed right now. It's more passing lead, but it'll come back around, you know? So yeah, it'll come back around.
Come back around. I like that. Comes with everything. What goes up must come down.
Yeah, yeah,
Same kind
yeah.
of thing, right?
Must go up, must come around, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. What's the biggest adjustment you had to make after leaving the game of football?
Locker room. You know, just you know, I'm a big jokester. I know you probably can't tell that by me being on this podcast, but I'm a big jokester. You know, I joke about anything, you know, and I'm just a big jokester. So the locker room, basically, just being in the locker room talk. You know, when I say locker room talk, being in the locker room, like, you know, we had so much fellowship playing football with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like conversation and man, it was just great conversation. Then when you get out the lead, it's not that no more. You're like in the real world. Like when we was playing football, it wasn't like really in the real world. We still like big kids. Thought, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, but there's a being being in the locker room is different from being outside of the locker room. Not outside of the building, but outside of the locker room. And I say that, Mo, you can probably attest to that because but for the moment you walk into that locker room, you can kind of loosen up and be that silly kid that you want to be or that people
Yeah, that's what I'm
see you
saying.
as.
It's just
You know what I mean? But when you walk outside of that locker room, you walk up those stairs and you go into
yeah,
the rooms, it changes. You have to be militant. You have to be a soldier because coaches don't want you being silly. They want you to be.
yeah. Like always on guard, professional, and thinking about the game. But that in reality, you ain't thinking about the game. Like the game's Sunday, it's Monday. Like I'm not thinking about the game. No. Yeah, so yes, I do agree. So when you're in the locker room, it's kind of like you could be yourself. It's kind of like it's nothing you can say that's going to offend anybody. You can just be yourself. You know, it's like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, no, I'm glad you what's the biggest surprise though, Mo? Like, I mean, it's been a while for you since you played the game, right?
The biggest
What's been the
surprise,
big
probably, to be honest with you, Vernon, I thought when I got out the league, because I played fullback, I thought like, eh, such and such just my friend just because, I'm playing with him. It's just convenient. I played fullback, but I had a big name, blocking for Frank with the 49ers, right? But when I stopped playing football, like we're not gonna communicate no more because I'm older than now. But actually, I was surprised that um, certain players that I thought that wouldn't communicate with me, they did communicate with me. Actually, they started communicating with me more just about life. I was kind of shocked about that. I was kind of happy to be honest with you because it made me feel like I had some value. It's still in their life. Like I thought it was more like we had a friendship just because of football, but it was bigger than that, the bigger picture. you know? Yeah. So I thought, yeah. So I was pretty proud about certain people that I thought I wouldn't be in their life because football, I wasn't in football no more. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, do you find yourself lonely at times?
Tad, just a tad. But I mean, I'm a big talker. I'm a big yapper. So I call people all the time. You know, they pick up sometimes, they don't pick up sometimes. But I got enough people that I just call people. So no, I don't be lonely as much. I'm okay. No, I'm
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Do you ever find moments? You ever find moments in time where you just wish you was back out on the football field?
Well, yeah, when I'm watching football over here and got some fellas over here, we having, just hanging out or whatever, and they asking questions. I'm like, yeah, I get the little buzz, but I do not miss like after Sunday game and you feeling all banged up and knees, everything. No, I don't miss that part. I have moments here and there, but like for the most part, no, I don't miss football.
Yeah, so now the guys who are not playing football, right? Or maybe they are playing football. How do you approach conversations with them about money and just about life?
I'm like, man, hey, you gotta so I could just talk for me, right? Me and you playing fullback, right? Like, fullback's one like the most paying, the best paying position, right? But it's still good pay. So I'm like, man, you gotta like capitalize or save the money the money you making, you gotta save it and do the right thing. Like it gotta last you your whole life. And that's how I took football. Like, hey, I'm just a fullback. I made good money, but we weren't making the most money on the team by far. But it was good money. Nothing to complain about. I'm glad to be having a fullback position and glad to be on the roster. Such supporter now. They took care of me. Texas, Science. So yeah. So yeah, you just gotta capitalize and take care of your money and yeah, do the right thing.
Yeah. Capitalize. It's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to actually put it into action. You
Man, Vernon,
you know,
we used to have Mondays, I think it was the 49ers. I think they used to take a limousine up to Sacramento, right? They give us $500. You go talk to these fans, or they like older fans. You go talk, and they feature spaghetti, and you come back home. Like I got it like every Monday because nobody was willing to take the $500. But I'm looking at it like it's $500. They could pay for something. So always had that mentality. So I even have it more now since I'm not playing football. Yeah. So yeah. So the more the story is, I value a dollar. You know, I know what I mean.
yeah, yeah, and you kinda get forced into a situation, like, I know when for me, Mo, when I got done with the game of football, I was I was just moving because a lot of times I tell players and I tell guys who come to me just asking, "How did I do this?" or "How did I do that?" I say, "I started doing it while I was playing." So the transition for me was seamless in a sense, even though I did have moments where I sit there and I just think to myself like, okay, what is this gonna look like? I know what I wanna do, but what is it gonna look like?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Anxiety that you get from that. But it was seamless in a way because I started, like, asking questions and learning and just doing the things that I wanted to do. So, I applaud you for being able to navigate the ebb and flows of life after the game of football, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you've done a great job with being a family man and just being that big brother that guys
Yeah.
need. Because Mo, you play fullback, but a lot
Yeah.
of guys respect you as if you were one of the best players, even though you were one of the best players on the team, but they
Yeah.
respect you as if you was the quarterback or
Yeah. Right. Right.
you
Yeah.
you you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yep.
You looked at I don't wanna say this, I'm sorry to say this, bro, but you kinda like the grandmother that holds everybody together.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, like, yeah, I got you. No, I don't get offended by that. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
Is there a person that helped you navigate after you left?
Yeah, it was Freddie McAfee. He's the general manager, vice president for the New Orleans Saints. You
Mhm,
know, Fast Freddie,
mhm.
Freddie McAfee. He helped me to maneuver, and you know, hey, he kind of helped me. Yes, him. Yep.
What about when you were playing?
Probably you guys, Vernon, you, Frank Gore. And you guys was like, I'll tell you a funny story. We was in the mall one time, and they knew you guys. Y'all had jerseys. Like, oh, can we get you guys autographs? They was like, oh, they buy y'all jerseys. They say, oh, my jersey sold out. They're not as popular. But anyway, the more of the story was, you guys kept me going. You guys kept me going. Y'all was always energetic and like, hey, he played football too. That was so funny, right? But you guys kept me going though. The energy you guys had. I was older. Energy you guys had. You guys kept me going. See you guys perform on Sundays and you catching 10 balls, 180 yards, Frank 200 yards. You guys kept me going.
No, I appreciate that, I appreciate it. Well, what about as a young man, if you can think back, a young man coming into the league, who was that guy that you went up to when you walked in the locker room? Was there a guy that you went up to and said, "Hey, I wanna be like him," or maybe he took you under his wing?
Nah, when I was coming up, man, I feel like it was like anything, even as today.
Mhm.
Like I'm so competitive in life. Nothing really kind of impressed me. Like really nothing. Like yeah, yeah. Nobody really. I'm so competitive. You know what I'm saying? So if they doing something, I think I can do it better. And I wanted it. Just something I want, I'm gonna go get it. Like I'm gonna work hard to go get it the right way. That's today. I'm so competitive. If I want to meet somebody, I'm trying to do something. I said, well, I gotta know this person. I gotta do something.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Competitive. Where
yeah,
where did you get being competitive? I understand that every athlete probably gonna be competitive, right? But there's a difference.
yeah.
There's a consistency level when it comes to it, right? Some guys are super consistent at being competitive, and there's the other guys who are just like, every time, they're just that's just who they are and what they are. They're competitive at every single.
Man, you like when I say competitive, I'm like competitive to the Ten Commandment. Like I'm that guy. Like I'm so competitive. Like I want it. Like I want my kids to have what I have. Like we in track right now. Let's say a scenario. Like so, it's raining here in Houston. We got track practice. We got qualifying this Friday. My daughter on the 4x1, 4x4, and the 400. It's raining. They probably gonna cancel practice. So I'm calling to the school like, hey, we got to get in the gym. We got to run. We got to run. We gonna run today somewhere. We got to get it because Friday come. There ain't no excuse. We got to go. I'm gonna bring the people there. We're gonna have like 10, 20 people there. Listen, we're applying pressure. The goal is to win. You know, that's life. We got to win. We got to win. Who remember them too?
Oh, that's awesome. That's what's up. Gotta win.
Yeah,
Well,
got to win, baby.
Mo, you know what? I wish I was like that. I can't sit here and say that I'm competitive to the 10th power because I'm not. I am competitive.
Yeah, yeah.
Only
You competitive. You competitive.
I know, but there's certain things that I'm passionate about, things that, if I'm not passionate about, I'm probably not gonna be super competitive at it. But that's one thing I wish I did have, and I just it's inspiring. That's why I did this show, man, because I knew that every time that I stepped on here and had
Yeah,
you, I knew that it was gonna inspire me, and I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you for being that, man. Um, and speaking of being inspired, I'm inspired today because I watched the NBA Finals and the They won.
Man,
They won. They won,
look,
man. That team, that group, man, all those players from Bronson on down, those guys are inspiring, man. Watching them come back from behind and being able to win those games is just super inspiring, man.
man, the Spurs just they like immature. They so young right now. Like I'm from Texas, Houston, and of course I was going for the Spurs. They so young, they just immature. But they'll be back. I mean, yeah, I didn't want New York to win, but they'll be back. They'll be back.
Well, I'm glad you that question. So you was going against New York.
Yes, I'm from Texas. Well, yeah, I'm going for the Spurs, of course.
And then look, you look, man, look, I probably shouldn't have asked you that. I probably should have knew that already because Texas is Texas. I guess that's still home for you, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. I'm
Do you
from.
feel like Mo? It's in talking about a championship, winning the championship, the Knicks won the championship. Do you feel like a championship stamps your career? Because you can have the type of career that Takeo Spikes had, right? He had a tremendous career, but he didn't win a championship.
Yeah.
Like, is that it? Should Takeo Spikes be at home, with his head down, wishing he won it,
No, man.
or should he
No, man.
be proud of his career?
Nah. The kid was the first rounder, man, from Auburn. No, he don't. No, no. So yeah, no, he don't have to have his head down. And I know, knowing Takeo,
Mhm.
he don't have his head down. He lifted up real high. So yeah, no, he shouldn't be. No,
So how do
no,
you
no.
feel? How do you feel? So how should a competitive guy feel if he doesn't win a championship?
Man, losses come with losses. I mean, you can still be competitive, and as long as you give your best. It just comes with the territory. Like they getting paid, like you getting paid. Hey, somebody got to win. So it's all good. As long as you lay it on the line, I mean, you won't think about it no more. It's like, hey, I did what I had to do, and we didn't win. So hey, that's just what happened. You know?
Right, right. But how do you tell someone that can't grasp what you're telling them? You know what I mean? Because there's some dudes out there. Like I remember when we
Yeah,
Super Bowl 47. You wasn't there, but played in Super Bowl 47. Played against the Raiders, right? Ray
yeah, I
Lewis.
remember that.
We didn't win that game, but we should have. We almost won. We should have won that.
Yeah, yeah,
You leave the game,
yeah.
you make it to that stage, right? Which most guys play for 15, 16 years and never get a chance to do that. How do you how do you come back from that?
Dude, y'all went to the Super Bowl. Like, how many people could say they went to the Super Bowl? Like, you actually won the Super Bowl, Vernon. Super Bowl 50. I remember that, but we played with Denver. I remember that. So you won a Super Bowl. But, like, at the end of the day, like, I never played in a Super Bowl before. You know what I'm saying? It's, like, awesome just to play the Super Bowl. Like, how many people in the world could say that they played in the Super Bowl? How many people in the world could say that they play NFL or professional sports? It's like zero. It's like 0.0000 with the bar over the one. You know what I'm saying? It's like infinity. So for you to play in a Super Bowl, that's big. Like you didn't win, but hey, I mean you won one, but I'm just saying in general, that's big, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, you're right. It takes me back to what my grandmother used to tell me. She used to tell me to be thankful for the little things and the bigger things.
Yeah,
She always
yeah,
got
man.
little things, and I did. I was extremely grateful just for the opportunity to be able to play on that stage in front of
Yeah, man.
in
You got a ring, Vern. You got a
like,
Super Bowl
uh
50. You got a ring. That's awesome. You
Yeah,
know. You
yeah.
ever think about Vernon? Do you ever? Let me ask the question. Do you ever think about the ring you got?
You know what, Mo? I do sometimes, but I did
Hmm.
I did probably within the first 3-year window, because I was still thinking about football heavily, man. I would go back to the playing the Super Bowl 47 before I won Super Bowl 50 too. Before I even won the Super Bowl 50, I thought about just how grateful I was, how grateful, how much of an honor it was to be able to play in that Super Bowl, man. It was just a beautiful thing to just witness that and be a part of that. Then when I won Super Bowl 50, that was just icing on the cake. I would walk around, I would go up to
Yeah, that's big, yeah, dude. I
years
remember the first time.
ring. I used to wear it around my neck. I do the Jerry Rice, with Jerry Rice with his rings around the chain. I would
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
would just
yeah.
I was just so honored, man. I was just so honored.
Uh, Man, I remember putting it on one day, bro. You was down here in Houston or whatever, and then you had the ring on. I said, "Let me put it on." I took pictures with it. I was like, "Man, that's pretty dope right here." Oh, you know what? To be honest, I was kind of lightweight jealous. I'm like, "Man, how you get a ring?
You
I
know
didn't get
what?
a
You
ring."
know what? You sound like Frank. Frankie G, man. Frank Gore always he every time I see him, like, oh man, you lucked up with that ring. Man, you lucked up with that ring, dog.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
been not lucked up with this ring, bro. I got traded, man. I deserve this ring. I got traded
Yeah,
midway through. That ring represents the 14 years that I played this game. That's what it represents.
that's the competitiveness. Like Frank, I think Frank probably more competitive than me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
he is. Frank a competitive dude, man. That's one competitive dude, man. Like I said, man, you get both of you guys, y'all inspire me, bro, because
Yeah.
I wish I was that competitive.
Yeah. That's all good. You inspire us in other ways as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mo, I know we
Like,
count down. I know we count down and we getting close to you, having to jump up out of here. And like I said,
yeah,
man, I
yeah.
appreciate you for even coming on here, man. But
No, yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
what's one lesson that football taught you that applies to life?
Like, you can if you play football in professional sports, you can get through anything. You can deal with anything you're dealing with in the world. Like, for instance, you have a bad play, a bad game. You got to go in that locker room, go into the meeting room, and you know the coach gonna drill you. Like, what was you thinking? What you doing right here? Look, they were running to play like 50 plays in front of your peers. You got to sit there and take it, D. You like, ooh, you try to brace yourself. You be sitting in a chair like this, bracing yourself. It's pressure, man. So, like, football taught me how to deal with pressure. Like, I can deal with anything in the world. Like, yeah, I can deal with anything in the world. It's pressure. Apply pressure. They apply pressure. I can deal with any pressure. So, what football did for me financially, it helped me out a lot to live the life I'm living. But secondly, it taught me how to deal with stress, decision making, and working under pressure. So yeah, I'm glad that I played football. If I had to do anything different, I wouldn't change anything.
It's crazy you say that, Mo, because you talk about pressure, because that's the one thing I think about. Every time I think about anything in life, I always go back to that word, pressure. And I say because one day I went out into practice when I was playing in San Francisco. This was like 20, I believe it's like 2012, 2013. And I remember I was walking that field and one of the coaches told me, he said, you can't have a bad practice. He said,
Yeah,
I started looking around. I was like, he said, you can't have a bad practice. So he was basically telling me I had to go out and be perfect every single day. I got to be perfect. I can't make a mistake. That's a lot,
yeah.
man, to live up to.
But Vernon, you did a great job. I don't think you give yourself enough credit because you kind of hard on yourself as well. But you did a great job. Man, I watched you, Vernon, when you came in the lead and how you matured. You did a great job. When you became DD85, boy, you was hell. You was hell.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And I also appreciate, like I said again, being on this call with you, man, and you gracing us with your presence. But Mo, I'm gonna end this with a rapid fire. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and you can just respond. And I'm gonna see what your mind's like. I'm gonna see what you're thinking.
Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Come on. Put me in the game, coach.
All right, check it out. Coffee or energy drink?
Energy drink,
Your biggest guilty pleasure, ice cream or cookies?
cookies.
Okay, we're gonna talk about movies now. Any given Sunday, Friday Night Lights.
And that lights.
Woo!
Yeah, it was shot in Texas. It was shot in Texas. And my running back coach was in that movie, Chick Harris. Rest in peace, Chick Harris for the Texans. Yep. Yeah.
All right, to win the game, if you had to block Ray Lewis or Patrick Willis on the goal line, one-on-one, who you picking?
Pick Ray Lewis because Patrick Willis is gonna be hard to block.
Okay, okay. I can see
Yeah.
is he kinda
Yeah.
he more agile than
Yeah.
Ray Lewis.
Correct. Yeah.
And I'm gonna stop you right here real quick, Mo, because I noticed the difference, like, of going against a linebacker and going against a premier linebacker. They got this they
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
with
Right.
them where they can just they can just shed you real quick.
Right, exactly.
You know
Patrick
what I
Willis
mean?
got that shed. He got that
You
Swift
got
and
it.
that.
You
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
You got it. All right, let me get back into it. If you can have 50 million and a Super Bowl or 300 million, no Super Bowl, what you taking?
I want the Super Bowl.
You want the Super Bowl, bro?
Yeah.
Nah,
You
man.
said 50 You said 50 million in the Super Bowl and 300 million with no Super Bowl.
50
Yeah.
million no Super Bowl, 300 million no Super Bowl.
I want the Super Bowl, man. You gonna have that ring on, man. It's like, man.
Tripping, bro.
So look,
You
that
tripping,
Super
bro.
Bowl, bro, that Super Bowl
Bro.
ring gonna bring you more money over
I got to
time.
jump in here on this, man. I'm taking that 300 million because with that 300 million, I can go buy me some Super Bowl. I can go have a lot of kids and have them live
So
vicariously.
Vernon,
Bro,
you taking the $500,000 dinner with Jay-Z, or you gonna get the 500,000?
say that again?
The dinner with Jay-Z, you taking the lunch with Jay-Z for 500,000, or you gonna do the lunch with Jay-Z, or you gonna take the 500,000? You never heard that before?
Dinner with Jay-Z or the 500,000?
Yeah, that's a big line. It's in Drake album.
Man, I'm gonna take
But
the
you,
500,000. I'm gonna go do a party and invite Jay-Z to perform and sit down with him.
all right, I got you.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Come on, man. I'm thinking outside the box, man. Forget all y'all talking about.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah, I
man. This
got
is,
you, I
this
got
is
you.
my show. This is the Next Roll Show. So I create the rules around here.
So, Vernon, this your show, so I'm gonna show you what I have right now. Can you see that?
What's that?
Can
That's
you see
me.
that? Yeah, hold on.
That's me, ain't it?
Yeah, that's you. Hold on, V. Hold on 1 second. I gotta turn it around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's you, V. I don't know how to do this camera.
Hey,
Yeah, that's you right there.
you need to
You
take
see
a
it?
technology class because you ain't got the you not using that technology the right way, boy.
You see it? You see it right, V? That's
Okay,
you.
you got this. Okay.
Yeah, hey, that's how much respect I got for you,
Hey,
VD.
okay.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's how much respect I got for you.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah,
Man,
now
thanks for having me on your
no,
show, man.
for coming on, man. I'm gonna let you go because I know you're busy. And man, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
All right, man. All right, man.
All
Peace.
right, Mo, peace.
Okay, later.
All right, later.
Welcome to the next row.